Comrades, why would you call yourself a ground force at the same time you write on Twitter and on Facebook, you say, I'm depressed, I'm bored, I'm sad. There's too much to be done as a ground force for you to be bored, for you to be depressed, for you to be sad. You can't say 2024 is your 1994 if you are not in the mood of the 80s before 2024. So you ought to be in the same spirit of the 80s just before 1994. These defenders of the revolution that I came up with the name, I got it in Cuba. In Cuba, every street has got what they call defenders of the revolution. They know everybody who stays there. They know all the cars that move there. They know the visitors. They know everything. They know everything that is happening in their community. You cannot be a ground force because a ground force is a defender of the revolution. You are the front line of the revolution, and therefore you must know what is happening around you. Comrades, a ground force must be a revolutionary and make sure that at all material times, when the leadership calls you for action, you are there. Because the leadership can say, we must come here at 12 o'clock, and then you arrive at 2 o'clock. That is lack of discipline. Because at the center of discipline is time. So, why should you keep time? Why should you be disciplined? Why should you make it on time and do the organizational work? It is because you are a professional revolutionary. You are not just a revolutionary. You took being revolutionary as a profession. And therefore, if indeed this is your profession, you must do it like all other professions are executed. Teachers, teaching as a profession, 8 a.m. everybody was starting, teachers are there. That's what you are. You are a profession. But what kind of a professional are you if you are not knowledgeable? Therefore, a ground force is a well-informed and knowledgeable professional revolutionary. What is a ground force? A ground force is informed and knowledgeable professional revolutionary. What does professional revolutionary means? It means that I treat my revolution and my revolutionary obligation the same way as all other professions do. And therefore, if you now accept that you are a professional, you will not behave in a manner that professionals do not behave. Comrades, you ought to have a revolutionary morality. Revolutionary morality is the core of a revolutionary belief system. Revolution, by any means necessary, requires that you must have a revolutionary morality. And in the absence of revolutionary morality, you can't be a ground force because you've got a potential of being impimpi. Comrades, why would you call yourself a ground force at the same time you write on Twitter and on Facebook, you say, I'm depressed, I'm bored, I'm sad. There's too much to be done as a ground force for you to be bored, for you to be depressed, for you to be sad. It's always very nice to go to the fighters. So you can't be bored. Why are you bored? Just look at where the fighters are. I'm telling you, you are going to find the deputy chairperson of Gauteng trying to close some factory somewhere. Just go and join there and close that factory. And then you come and say, hi, I'm sad. You are not sad. Get yourself something to do. Fighters, ground forces do not hold grudges against each other. Because when you are a ground force, you cannot exist in isolation. You exist within a collective. And therefore it is important that when I've made a mistake, I apologize. And once you say you receive my apology, it's done. We're moving forward with our revolutionary obligation. In the struggle when we're growing up, because we came here in the struggle when we were very young. When we were growing up, we just found Budali calling each other Matkaban. Hey Matkaban, hey Matkaban, hey Matkaban. So some of us, we don't just call names. We ask, why do these people call each other Matkaban? What is Matkaban? Where does that concept come from? Then some old man explains to me, but it's like me, we're both petty, so I don't know if he's correct or what. He says, no, this concept Matkabani comes from the initiation of the Xhosas. Because there, when you are in the initiation, so you must cover with that, what do you call it? Cream or powder or something. Yeah, whatever. You see the thing they put on the body, you must cover with that thing. But the problem is that you must cover at the back. Now, this comrade of mine has to cover me at the back. Then in return, I have to cover him at the back. Then they call themselves Matkabani. That's not the point I'm making. Now, remember, we're on the point of do not hold grudges, because you must always have each other's back. Because now, you have covered me at the back. I've got no mirror to see if you have done right. And the teacher out there is waiting to inspect me. That if I'm not properly covered, I'm going to be beaten to hell. I don't know what's happening at my back. I don't know what's going to happen to me when I leave this small house of mine to go for inspection by the teacher. But I have to trust you, my comrade, that you have done the right thing. I don't have to see at the back because you took care of my back. I know you will never betray me. I know you will cover me properly. I have to trust you. Because ulitabani laka. Why can't I trust my own comrade? Can I trust my own comrade today? Do we still have Makamani amongst us today? Can I say with confidence that I don't have to look back because there are fighters at the back? If the enemy comes from the back, the fighters will take care of the enemy. Comrades, ground forces do not hold grudges, because they have to take care of each other's back. And how do you take care of my back if you've got a grudge against me? Comrades, when you are a fighter, with all the beautiful things you have, a ground force does not display opulence in the face of poverty. At all material times, it doesn't matter how beautiful your car is. Do not display opulence. On Facebook, on Twitter, and everywhere else, always be grounded and be humble.